Sade with Third Generation Conjure. If you don't know who we are a spiritual company. We specialize in spiritual supplies and services catered to the practice of hoodoo and conjure work. Before we go any further, make sure that you guys like and subscribe to our channel, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram, which is Third Generation Conjure, and follow us on Facebook, which is Third Generation Conjure as well. But I did decide to do this video on the Power Couple podcast platform just because it's a little bit easier for recording. But we will be coming back with some new episodes, so make sure that you're following the Power Couple podcast with Sade and Conjure Bay on Podbean as well. All right, so for today, I want to talk about the upcoming ritual and also talk about the prep for this ritual. And I want to do all of this early in the game just because it'll, lower the questions that I get for new people that's coming in on how to prepare for this ritual. So on July the 15th, we have Mama Conjure's money drawing ritual. And money drawn is just what it says. It's used to draw money into your life. So that is what it is used for. But I do want to make it clear that when you're doing money drawing work, that's a work that you need to consistently be working. It's kind of like your protection work. We talked about this practice and knowing that this practice is a lifestyle and not just getting into it, doing one working, and then that's done. Money drawing is something that you need to be doing on a consistent basis. It's a work that, you want to add layers to. So make sure that you're doing your money work on a consistent basis as well. But, I want people to understand too, that when you are doing things like money drawing, it's important that you recognize when you're getting results. Okay. Because sometimes it's not always money that's in your hand. I've seen people who have participated in rituals, who have, burned their own money candles and did their own money work. And, they may check a bill and know that they owe something on a bill and it might be wiped out. I had one customer who said that she had a money drawn setting of lights. And when she went to check like her quad pay, she ordered something from Target and went to pick it up. And then when she checked her balance, it was a zero balance. So just make sure that you're recognizing, you're appreciating those small blessings that come along, because it may not be monetarily money that's physically in your hand. It may just be, somebody paying for your lunch. And when you learn to appreciate those small things, you'll notice that bigger things open up for you, because this practice, we work with spirits. We work with the spirits of our ancestors. So, if they give you something, gratitude will get you a long way. Okay, so make sure that you're recognizing those manifestations when they come through to you. And that's very important when doing any kind of workings. Okay, you always want to be grateful for, even the small wins that you get. And also, like I said, recognizing that it works. It could be something that comes in the form of, overtime at work. Make sure that you capitalize on that and you're not blocking your money work. It could be a promotion. It could be if you're waiting, because I tell people too, because I know a lot of people are like, they expect to go find a big check in the mail, which I've had people that do that. But if you're not waiting on a court case that's pending or something like that, don't expect that kind of manifestation. Okay. So just make sure that you're also looking at the means that you get money. For example, if you're running a business, that will work to increase the amount of customers that come in and how much they spend in your store or whatever it is that you're doing. How many clients reach out to you? That's the way that money work works. It may even come in the form of an idea. Okay, it may be an idea to make more money. It may be a business idea. It may be somebody approaching you with a business proposition. So make sure that you're not overlooking things like that, because that's your money working. And then if you're not capitalizing on it, then don't expect much out of it in the long term. And I always talk about this because I know a lot of people, even when I work for people and I do, work, rituals and setting of lights for people who do it on a personal level, I always work for the benefit of it long term. Okay. Like I tell people, stop putting stipulations on your manifestations. Just like I might have somebody come in and they may be doing work for a particular job, right? So they may be doing employment work, but they are stuck on this one particular company, and that may not be the company that's beneficial for them, and they don't know that. But you have to pay attention too when you have things that are blocked from you. So, say for instance, you're coming and you want to get this particular job with this particular company. Okay. So, like I said, I will petition for that, but I will also petition if it's something that is more beneficial for you, especially long term, then that's what comes through. So, make sure that you're not blocking that as well, because you may get in that job, you may have a supervisor that you hate that makes your life a living hell every day. You may get in that job and you may get laid off in a couple months. You never know. So make sure that you're not trying to necessarily force something, and don't put the stipulation and the blockages on the work you're doing, any kind of work. But I also want to talk about like some things that you can do to prep. So I always tell people to take a spiritual cleanse prior to doing any type of rituals. Now, we have started offering the ritual prep bundles for whatever ritual we're doing, whatever condition that we're working on. So this month we have the money drawing ritual set for $25 on the site, and that includes your money drawing bath, your money drawing oil, and your money drawing powder. And I do have a description of some different psalms that you can use, and also some things to do to prep for the ritual. Now, anytime you do any kind of spiritual bath, especially in this practice, we always work in odd number days. So I tell people to start that bath 3 days prior to the ritual. So you usually do 3, 7, 9, 13 if you're doing like a 13-day bath. Okay, so the money drawing bath is a condition bath. It's for the condition of drawing money to you. Okay, so it is a spiritual cleanse as well, but it's for a particular condition. If you have something, if you didn't get that bundle, if you have something like a 13 herb, a spiritual healing, a Ban, a crown of success, High John the Conqueror, all of those are spiritual baths, but they are for different conditions. But you can use those for your spiritual bath as well. So don't think that, just because you didn't have the money drawing prep kit that you can't use another kind of spiritual bath. But just just make sure that you take a spiritual bath. And also we utilize the spirits of our ancestors in this practice. Okay, so this practice is all about ancestor veneration. So I do always tell those who are participating in the ritual to make sure that they give an offering to their ancestors as well. And an offering can be food, an offering can be alcohol, spirits, whatever kind of offering that you give. Just give an offering to your ancestors, or at least just have a conversation with them, thank them for walking with you and assisting you on this path that you're going. Okay, then some psalms that you can pray with your bath. So start that bath like 3 days prior to the ritual. Then once you get out, anoint with your money drawing oil. And guys, anytime that you're working with any kind of spiritual products, especially if you're anointing with it, it has different herbs and roots. So you may have allergic reactions. So make sure that you do a skin patch test prior to using any products to make sure that you don't have any kind of allergic reactions or anything. But once you get out of that bath, then you want to anoint with your money drawn oil. So like I tell people, the easiest way to do that is put a little bit in your lotion or something like that, and then easily anoint your body. But I do want to tell people a little goes a long way, so you don't have to dump a whole bottle of your money drawn oil into your lotion, or even putting it on your body. Okay, you can also dust with that money drawn powder. Another good way that you can utilize your money drawn oil and your powder is you can take some and anoint the corners of your money that you already have in your wallet. Anoint your wallet, blow some in your yard, blow some in your mailbox. Different things that you can do. Sprinkle it around your office. I have people who, especially if they're doing something online, as far as running like an online business, sometimes they'll anoint their computer or their laptop or something with the powder or with the oil. So you can kind of be creative with it, but those are some simple ways that you can use your products. Also, some psalms that you can pray with that bath, your spiritual bath, is Psalm 1 and 3, Psalm 34 and 10, Psalm 112 and 3, Psalm 8, and Psalm 23. So, and if you want to pray all of them, that's fine. If you want to pick one out the list, that's fine as well. And I have had people ask about um, the Bible in this practice, because a lot of people, they're on their spiritual path, so they're not so much religious as they are spiritual. And I'm the same way. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. Okay, so you have to understand the importance of the Bible in this practice, because without the Bible, without the ancestors, you don't have hoodoo. Okay, so the Bible is very powerful when you learn to utilize it in your workings. So I have people that's what can I replace the word God or Lord with universe or ancestors? Um, I want to make it clear too, when you're doing ancestor veneration, it's not praying to your ancestors as if they're some kind of god. It's the process of showing appreciation, gratitude to your ancestors. Okay, so you can replace it with source, and when we say source, that's your higher power, that's spirit. Okay, so when you see the word source, that's exactly what it means. But if you look at even like the Bible, look at the terms God and look at the terms Lord, that those are generic terms. Okay, you can have a god of anything. There's many gods that people believe in, and so you know if that's something that you're hung up on, is a generic term. Okay, so don't let that stop you from doing any of your workings, because it's not like you have to follow um, a particular religion. Okay, so I just want to make that clear, because I have a lot of people who have an issue with utilizing the Bible. But if you haven't utilized the Bible, you'll recognize once you start doing so, you'll see more power in your results. Okay, so those are just some Psalms that you can pray in conjunction with your spiritual bath, or even if you want to do it prior to the ritual or during the ritual, that's fine as well. Okay, so just try not to overthink it, guys. Okay, because I have a lot of people, they overthink it, just like the petitions. And I told people too that we're not going to be accepting petitions the day of the ritual, because I have people 5 minutes to the ritual, they want to add a petition, and that's like virtually impossible, guys. Okay, so as soon as you can get that over, you know, please get that over. Just don't overthink it. Okay, like I gave a sample petition, I'm going to read it. So the sample petition for money drawn was: I, Jane Doe, born July 15th, 2021, thank my ancestors, source, and spirit for an overflow of abundance in my life. There is a continuous flow of money in my life. All of my financial needs and wants are met, and I am grateful for the opportunities and circumstances I have been afforded and that spirit has provided. I recognize these opportunities once they arise, and I'm able to capitalize on ideas and thoughts that bring more prosperity into my life. Thank you, Spirit, Source, and Ancestors, for always providing for me, and because of this, I may never lack. Okay, so that is a general petition for money drawing. So, like I said, you guys, you don't have to write a 4-page petition. Okay, I say be specific, but you know, some people just take it a little overboard. Okay, so just don't think so much into it, because then you're creating blockages in your work. Just like when I do work for people, right? So I may do a candle work for people. Now I will pay attention if the candle is burning crazy or something like that. But a lot of times you have to think about physical things when you're looking at something like candle work. Okay, so if that wick's not cut, if it's too long, then your candle probably not gonna burn very good, because you're gonna light that wick up, it's gonna burn the wick up, and it's not gonna stay lit. So you have to look at physical things too, like if it's a draft in the room, so maybe you don't have an even burn on your candle. Because I have people now, I will pay attention to something like where it's just black, I'll pay attention to that. Or if it's like no kind of physical reason why this candle won't stay lit, then yeah, I'll pay attention to that. And if it's anything that I need to report to someone that I'm doing work for, then I do that. But I have people that's like, do you read wax and all that? I look at whether that candle burned clean or not. That's all I look at. And you should do that with your workings too, because when you start putting that energy on your work, like, oh, it didn't burn, it burned sideways, and good and well that that wick was messed up, or it was just a poorly made candle, so just make sure that you're not putting that energy on your work. So when I write you, I'll say, hey, it burned clean, or whatever. That's mostly what I'll tell you. If it burned clean, and that's it. So just don't look so much into that, like, oh, it burned into a shape of a dollar sign or something. Y'all just don't be so extra, okay? And I'm just telling you that for your benefit, okay? It's just so you're not putting those kind of blockages into your workings, all right? And is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah. So I put a post up yesterday from a review that we received. And, I wasn't doing it to bully the person who wrote it or anything, but I really thought it was a very great example of why I tell you guys not to mix different products from like different spiritualists, okay? And it's not like I said, it's not just so I can say, hey, I want y'all to use Third Generation Conjure and nobody else. I mean, I can't tell you how to spend your money and who to spend it with. But, I do tell people, like, stop mixing up products with different people, because you can get some crazy results. So I'm going to just read the review. So she said, be careful with this oil. I wore this oil with 3 other oils from another conjurer, and I had a very strange experience with a guy who approached me and wanted me to come to his house, and that he would pay me to have sex with him. No one has ever said that to me before, and I was disgusted. The oil smells very nice, and I have worn it before and didn't have any strange encounters or vibes associated with this oil, so be very careful. Now, Jezebel originally was used to by prostitutes and streetwalkers for wealthy clients. Okay, so that's the origin of the oil. We use it for different purposes now, but that's the origin of the oil. Okay, so Jezebel is used to enhance your appeal. It is used to draw in people with money. It is used as a domination oil for women. Okay, so even with that being said, and she said she didn't have any strange encounters prior to using this oil, but you see how the results changed when she mixed it with someone else's oil. Okay, and that is the reason why I tell you guys to not mix products. Like, I had one customer in particular. She used the tuberosa candle, which is the put a ring on a candle. Okay, and she did her petition. This was general attraction, not working on anyone in particular. She says that the guy looked like he walked off the petition paper. He was exactly what she petitioned for, but she mixed it with someone else's products, and later on, and ended up like going on a date with the guy, and everything was good, and then he just like kind of ghosted her. So I say that to say, not everyone's energy is conducive, especially when you're in spirituality. Okay, not everyone's energy is conducive to each other's. Okay, like I tell people, we don't work with any particular deities or anything like that when we are doing our products, but I can't say the same for somebody else that's in this line of work. You don't know what they're using, if they're, giving and offering themselves to a particular spirit or deity. So just make sure you don't mix them. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And like I said, I'm not saying that so you don't use anybody else's products. Just don't mix them. Okay. All right. So I think that was it, guys. So make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you need any kind of spiritual supplies or services, visit our website, which is www.thirdgenerationconjure.com. We also have an Etsy store. We don't sell any spiritual services there, but we do have physical products. If you are more comfortable with the Etsy platform, that web address there is www.thirdgenerationconjure.store. Also, make sure to like us on Facebook, which is Third Generation Conjure, and follow us on Instagram, which is Third Generation Conjure as well. And until next time, guys, bye bye.